good morning or good afternoon. How's your day going aside from answering interview questions today?
Well, it's going well, it's funny. I woke up today and for some reason I felt like I was in like 2021. I was like, Where's my life at?" It was so funny. I was making a couple of phone calls earlier today, and I
Mhm.
was like my head was just in a completely different space. I was like, "Wait a minute, no, it's 2024. This is my day is completely different than it used to be just a couple of years ago." Yeah, it's been a slow but interesting start of the day today. What about you?
Well, good, but it's 2025, not
Oh
2024.
my God. See, there you go. I keep getting it wrong.
There you go. So your new music video, very interesting in that you have New Yorkers speaking the truth through their signs, and you're talking about your journey. When did you first move to New York?
Well, I moved to New York about 5 years ago. I've been coming here to visit family and friends for, close to a decade maybe. And I sometimes I used to stay like a full month or 2 months, but I moved to New York like full time about 5 years ago. At the time, I was living in Germany, and Germany is very different from New York. I love the energy here. Yeah, so I've been here for a while now.
What made you want to move to New York? Because as your video shows, and you had been here before,
Yeah.
it's not an easy place to get adjusted to, but it seems like once you're adjusted, you're fine for life.
Yeah. I mean, I came to New York because I just love the energy. I love big, vibrant cities. I always kind of joke that I'm afraid of like a small place.
Hmm.
Uh, like and I love that. I love nature and I love small places and villages, but there's something about like big urban areas that really speak to me. I really like that energy. Uh, I like to see lots of people. I say that I like to look out of the window and see lots of people. Obviously, you have that in New York City unless your window is facing another building, which is, the most likely scenario for all New Yorkers. Uh,
Sure.
but you just go out and you see tons of people just doing different things, everyone going about their life. I love that. I love that type of energy. Yeah, it's really exciting for me. It's a tough city, though. I mean, I've been writing songs for a while now, but there was something about this city that just the energy that just felt super universal, right? I mean, my
Hmm.
song, The City, which is short for The City That Will Break Your Heart, it might sound like romantic at first, but I mean, I think you are in Long Island, right? Which is like,
Yes.
um, you know, almost in New York. You've been probably to New York so many times. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's something about this city and movies show this, and music tells these stories about people always like chasing something, maybe love,
Hmm.
a career, a dream job, financial security, friends, family, whatever it may be, right? People come here. It's a city of dreams, and it's a tough city. Like, Alicia Keys sings about with Jay-Z on Empire State of Mind. The streets are tough.
Right.
It is, and you only really get that when you live here. If you come as a tourist, you probably think, well, everything is so expensive and it's crazy. I don't know how people live here. And then you find your own neighborhood, and you meet the guy next door or the girl next door, and they have their own problems. And our little problems are our biggest problems. And I was inspired to write a song about that, in the many ways that the city will break you, but there's something about it that makes you want to stay. Like I sing
Hmm.
in the bridge, and I just, was inspired by that idea, the city that will break your heart. And I started like asking everyone, well, then myself as well, like, why am I here? Why are you here? Like, what is it about the city? And
Hmm.
no one can really tell. And I think that's like beautiful and poetic. What do you think about it? Like, why do people stay in New York and complain about it?
Well, I grew up on Long Island. I did my years of living in Manhattan, and then I hit my fill when I went, I need more quiet and all that. But I did have years where I felt like the best city in the world to live in. It couldn't be any better than New York City. So for you, when did you start to feel comfortable? How many months or years was it before you started to feel your heart was unbroken from being broken as a New York City person?
You know, to be honest, I had that feeling that um, I wanted to be here. I belonged here when I got here.
Mhm.
I'm not the person who will tell you like I grew up thinking I'm going to move to New York. It was not planned. It just like happened, you know.
Mhm.
I've lived in different countries, different cities. I've moved around quite a lot. And like I was telling you, I like big places and like vibrant cities where you can just turn the corner and something completely unexpected is waiting for you. You'll
Sure.
find everything and anything at any time of the day.
Right.
Close to where I live, there's a supermarket open 24/7. There's like grocery stores. There are like restaurants, diners. Like I love the type of energy. There's a sense of community that even if you don't know the next person's name, like you get them, like if they are at a certain place at a certain time, doing something. There's like this sense of community. But I get what you're saying. I don't know if you had a chance to see on my YouTube channel. I've been like talking to people in New York about what we are talking about the city and why do people move here and why do
Yes.
people stay. And many people tell me, well, I don't think New York is for me. I like it, but I miss like greenery. I miss nature. I miss like, that sense of like walking out and everything being calm. I mean, there is Central Park. That's enough for me, but it's not enough for most people. Um, yeah. So
I tell them when they miss that, I tell them to go to Roosevelt Island. Have you spent any time there?
I have, but as most New Yorkers are like Roosevelt Island, it's like you're talking about Italy. Because we are so lazy in New York. If it's not 1 or 2 blocks away, I'm like, well, I'm not going.
I mean, you just got to go to 59th Street and either take the subway or the cable
Right.
cars over. It's the best 10-minute away field trip that you could possibly get anytime you wanted to feel the relaxed. I find you go to Roosevelt Island, it's so relaxed that you're ready for the chaos of Manhattan again.
Yeah, I love I go there usually when like people are visiting. I think it's very beautiful. It's super nice to go there with a
Mhm.
tram and like yeah, I've been there plenty of times. I've not spent a lot of time there. I usually like go walk around a little bit and come back. Yeah, I really like that. So
Well,
you know the city pretty well.
I mean, I did my years there, but still come in once or twice a month. But back to you. Um, this is the new single. What else is coming up for you in 2025? Are there going to be more videos of you talking with New Yorkers, live performances, more videos? Fill me in.
Sure. I mean, I've been working on my music for a very long time.
Hmm.
It's always something that was kind of pulling me back from releasing anything.
Hmm.
I've been writing songs since I can remember, but everything really changed when I started to collaborate with other people. I've
Hmm.
uh, as anyone who lives in New York, we all have friends who are artists, musicians, actors, in whatever
Hmm.
entertainment industry they are in. And I have a very close friend who's a songwriter. And a couple of years ago, I told him, let's just write a song together. Like, let's pick one of my songs and just finish it. And we started doing that. And then we were like working on my music like once a week. And I was getting so motivated. I think music can be such a collaborative process that brings me like a lot of joy. And I started working with more people and more people. Never really thinking about recording or releasing. Like songwriting is really where my heart is at, I feel. But
Hmm.
one of my co-writers told me, I think this is a great song. We're talking about another song that we wrote together. Someone should record it. And that song was like so personal to me that I was like, this will either never see the light of the day or I will record it. So you know, and then I started like approaching this music career a little differently, also like as the artist. Um, and I have, other songs coming out this year. I
Hmm.
written almost 40 songs just in 2024, going back to last year. Recorded a bunch of them, working with different producers and co-writers. There was something about this song, The City, that just spoke to me very deeply, almost like in a sense of like identity. Um,
Hmm.
that I wanted to release that song first. But I have another song coming out in about 4 weeks, exactly on Valentine's Day. That's more like a synth pop ballad. It's also like about New York in a way. It's a love story. It's about my relationship with New York City a little bit more than this current single, The City, which I think is very universal. It's not about love. It's not about um, and any particular situation, although it could be speaking to me or to you very directly, right?
Right.
The other song that I have coming out is a ballad, and it's about, and the title is Lenox Hill, which is a neighborhood. No one refers to Lenox Hill as Lenox Hill because everyone just has Upper East Side. But Upper East Side is
Right.
kind of a mouthful for a song. Uh,
Too many
uh,
syllables. You're right.
so many
UES is too
syllables.
many. Yeah.
Yeah, and so many concepts like Upper East Side, like it's so much there. Yeah, so that's my second single coming out on Valentine's Day. It's a love song. Excited about that. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And are you playing live anytime in the near future?
Uh, I am planning on playing live, I am kind of a perfectionist. I play a little bit of piano, a little bit of guitar, but I'm the
Hmm.
type of person that's like, I am just not the best guitar player. I shouldn't be touching a guitar. Like, I am not the best piano player. I shouldn't be touching this. Like, I'm so respectful of art that I'm like, I want to work with that person because they are like amazing. So, when it comes to performing live, I love like my music. It's all like live instruments, like the all of the
Hmm.
everything that you hear, someone was playing it, right? And I love that. And it's difficult to bring that to a live performance when you are, starting out.
Right.
But I will be performing mostly, just probably singing. Once I have a couple of more songs out, maybe in the next couple of months, you got to stay tuned. Well, I might just, I'm very spontaneous. I might just pop up at, I don't know, Times Square tomorrow or at a train station, a subway station with a microphone and do something.
Well, before I ask my last question, it sounds like you've realized that the YouTube video is more of an artistic statement than a live performance. That's actually more important for you because it's a long-term statement that everybody can see.
Yeah, it's a very interesting question. I am very visual. Uh,
Hmm.
like when I wrote the song, The City, um, almost a year ago, and then a couple of months later, I love listening to the demo, even if it's someone else playing the demo. Sometimes I write
Hmm.
all of my music, but I want to like disconnect my performance from the song. So I ask someone else
Right.
to record the demo and I listen to the demo over and over again. I fall in love with the sound when it's someone else singing it. And I had this idea to record, this music video, just, going around New York City and asking people to like hold signs about their own struggles, their own stories. That's all like real people, real
Hmm.
stories. Some of them almost like look fake because what people wrote is exactly almost like word by word what the lyrics are saying, but no one heard the track, no one saw the lyrics. It's very interesting. So that comes from a place of like wanting to create something. Performing live is a completely different experience, right? I mean, there's this
Mhm.
different joy of like, the interaction with the public. You're singing, people are hopefully, singing back to you, and they are having a great time. You don't get that when you're doing something for YouTube, or a video, music video, or a promotional video. That for me comes more like from an authentic, like inspirational, and creative place. Performing live is something else. It's like a deeper connection with the audience for sure.
Sure. Well, last question before I let you go.
Yeah.
What's the last concert that you went to as a fan in New York City?
Oh my God. The last one, I am the type of person there and that I'm like sitting at home, I have nothing to do. I'll be like Googling concert New York City tonight. I buy a last minute ticket and I just go. So, so I go to like all types of shows. The last one, gosh, it could have been like even Shania Twain at Madison Square Garden, something like that. That I wouldn't plan on
Mhm.
going. I love country music though. Or
Mhm.
I saw, a great one is I saw Queen with
Mhm.
Adam Lambert, and the tickets were crazy expensive, and I buy the last minute, and I got like this VIP ticket. I had no idea because it was like so cheap. And I got there and they were giving me all this stuff like t-shirts, and like, why do I need this? Like, that was a great show. I love Queen, I love their music, and I don't know if you had the chance to see them live with Adam Lambert. He's a great singer and a great performer, but all of
Sure.
them in the band have their own moments. It's very much, it's a very good show. Everyone shines, Whereas, you can imagine with Freddie Mercury, it would have been like a completely different experience, but still, like,
Right.
you have every single person in the band having their moment to shine. It was quite powerful. And I love that I'm, usually because I go by myself last minute, I'm like just enjoying myself looking around all of these groups of friends and couples, and I'm like just there by myself. Yeah, so tons of concerts last minute at Madison Square Garden or Radio City Music Hall. Madison Beer is another one that I saw. I don't know if you're familiar with their music.
Yes. Originally from Long Island, Madison Beer.
Exactly. Also like
Yep.
last minute ticket, great show, great songs, very, very good performer.
Got it. Well, good taste. Thank you for your time and looking forward to that next music video that you have coming on Valentine's Day.
Well, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. And Darren, so nice to speak to you.
Paltrocast.